Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1 and welcome to Boots on the Ground and News You Should Know. If you have anything you could offer, send it to Southern Prepper 1, Southern Prepper just number 1 at yahoo.com. Let's get right into it. This is coming from Texas. He lives 20 miles south of Dallas. He's noticed over the past several months homes going up for sale. He says people are in a lot of debt and the taxes are killing people, so they're selling. Some of these homes that are back on the market were new homes that are only barely 2 years old. He went to buy a used vehicle, and it was listed for about $12,000, and he didn't think it was worth it, so he was dickering over the price, and they couldn't come up with an agreement. So he said no, and he walked out. While he's walking to get on his motorcycle to leave, the salesman called him, and then 2 times later, I guess, in the hour, he tried to connect with them. The financial manager tried to call him that evening or afternoon, and he just said, I'm not interested. So it looked like he was very desperate for a sale. The sales guy that was trying to sell him the vehicle told him when they were doing the test drive that he had to put his house up for sale due to taxes and just couldn't afford it. He says everyone's fed up with the taxes and also higher insurance. He also said, the salesman said that, this is used cars, that people are coming in there, but they're just a little bit short on the money, and they can't even find their money if they need to borrow it from families to purchase the used cars. People are just tapped out. This person says, we picked up our Walmart order yesterday, and 7 items were not available. This could have been due to the 3 or 4 day weekend that the government had given us. They were out of bread, green chilies, some dog food, and chewing gum. And they live in this eastern part of Arizona. And they also said gas is over $4 a gallon now. This person sent me a picture of a telephone pole, and it was definitely struck by a vehicle. And the power company didn't have a pole to replace it. I don't know if they had to go far away to get one, but they actually used one of their trucks and one of their big booms to get everything running again until they could get a telephone pole. Hopefully, if we go into another COVID lockdown, we will not go into more of a logistical nightmare that we faced earlier. This person says, and they're from Davis, California, it's getting tough out there. I work in sales and things have been slow for 18 months. Now things are dead. I'm worried if I'll have a job this Christmas. I love my job, but I have to earn the money. Gas prices up to $5.19 per gallon for regular, $5.89 for diesel. And they say, and it feels like it's just getting worse. The city of Wyoming, a city in Wyoming, I think it's Casper, is overwhelmed with a growing number of homeless people, and this comes from Zero Hedge. And they've actually moved into a damaged hotel, and they've caused millions of dollars of damage, and they've left hundreds of pounds of human waste in the downtown area, according to its mayor. It's like nothing I've ever seen. It's like third world country stuff here in Casper, Wyoming. They're destroying everything. It's horrible. And those were direct quotes. Casper is Wyoming's second most populous city. They have about 60,000 people there. That's happening in every major city in the whole United States. Ford Motor Company announced Thursday morning that nearly 8,000 United Auto workers are being fast-tracked to earn higher earnings. Some will earn up to $9,000 more a year. The UAW could be going on strike, I think, less than a week now. So everyone's trying to improve their contract so they will not strike. This is from Spain. This was from an article. It says leaked police report reveals 75 out of 79 arrested for violent robbery at the Spanish festival are Arab men. These are migrants. When you bring in hundreds of thousands of people that are not going to assimilate, you will have this problem. So 75 out of 79 arrested for violent robbery at one Spanish festival are Arab men. This person wanted you guys to remember to prepare an emergency, your bug out kit or get out of Dodge kit. Also remember your pets. Make sure you include everything you're going to need for them. They also said if you get extra collars and leashes, make sure you test them out. Make sure they're all going to work, and harnesses prior to putting them in your kit. This is from Lower Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I tried to place an online order from BJ Wholesale Club. Thank God I was paying attention. At the end of my order, the price in my cart, I ordered 2 packages of 88% ground beef. The total for the 2 packages in the cart was over $80. So I don't know what they ordered, but $80. Unbelievable. And of course, I deleted the order and decided to go in person. I went into Walmart and decided to add a few things to my pantry. Brown sugar is now $3.26. Regular sugar bags have shrunk in size. Canned meats was lacking in stock, and I noticed there was some markdown on olive oil. When I checked the expiration date, the oil had expired by a year. Overall, some shelves were stocked well and others were only front-loaded. My sister recently had a surgical procedure and was billed $20,000 extra because it took her an extra 45 minutes to wake up from the anesthesia. Mind you, she has no control how much anesthesia she was given. This was additional to the hospital regular charges. This is insanity. $20,000 because you couldn't wake up and they had to keep you for 75 extra minutes. This borders on criminality. I just went to the store to get supplies for an upcoming school Halloween event. They went to 3 major stores, Myers, Walmart, and Target. No one had much of anything. I asked the staff, and they said that this is all they would be getting. More than half the shelves were empty, and I think that's referring to the Halloween supplies. I know it's not a dire thing, party supplies, but just another sign of the decline. This person says, I checked on prices today because the economists were talking about higher inflation when oil went up on the 5th. Here's a shocker. Since just the beginning of this year alone, sugar has gone up 46.87%, almost 47%. I don't need an economic degree to figure out inflation has been on the rise for a long time now. If you've been following the price of oil, it is over $90 a barrel. So that's just going to mean an increased cost for all of us. This person said gas is about $3.24 to $3.49. Stores are well stocked in their area, and they did not include where they're located. On Wednesday, September 6th, I was in Longview, Texas during lunch. I'm used to being in cities, and they tested their tornado siren. It went off at 12 o'clock. However, I was totally surprised to hear both the tornado and then an air raid siren being tested, each for 1 minute. I've been in Longview before, and I've heard the tornado sirens test, but this was the first time for an air raid siren test. I wonder if this is related to the upcoming October 4th nationwide alert. I don't know, but if they had 2 different sirens, I can see them testing both sirens just to make sure both of them are working. This person was very emphatic. They want me to share this information. Recent law changes that allow secured creditors to take all collateral from people in the next great financial crisis. If you don't hold a physical stock certificate, you will lose your stock. If you have debt, you will lose the collateral for that debt. They will steal it legally. You will owe nothing, and it has all been planned for decades. Please don't dismiss this. I am a CPA and not a conspiracy theorist. This is going to happen unless we spread the word far and wide. Please share with your audience. And then he gave me some more information. So if anything you have is up for collateral, do not be surprised if they take it, if we do have a financial collapse or correction. If you've been watching central banks globally, they did increase their net purchase of gold by 55 tons in July. People are realizing that paper money is fiat, it has no value, and they're trying to get something real, and something real would definitely be gold. And for us on the at home, silver is definitely something that you should be stocking. I will do a future video very quickly on silver and what I really think about it. Poland. They have great plans. They are trying to make the largest and strongest land army in Europe, and they have went through massive amounts of purchasing of mostly Western equipment from Apaches to M1 tanks and to fighter jets. They want to increase their military spending to 3% of the GDP, and they would like an army, standing army of 300,000. They're saying if we have such a strong army, no one will mess with us. I hope you're still watching Hurricane Lee. It's still about a week away from the United States. It went from a Category 1 to a Category 5 in just a day and a half, maybe. So make sure you keep track of this. This is going to be very bad if it hits the U.S. or the tip of Canada. This is probably the scariest thing that I'm going to report today. Chinese military resources. This comes from WashingtonTimes.com. WashingtonTimes.com. I've made significant advances in developing and testing strategic electrical magnetic pulse, or EMP weapons, that can disable electronics on U.S. warplanes and even entire military bases, according to a report by 3 open source intel analysts. So they could attack local electric grids. They can, take out a city, cause crazy panic. So remember, an EMP could be used up high against widespread all over the United States, but it also could be used locally to take out a city or just a regional area. If you've been following the news, in probably the last 24 to 48 hours, Armenia and Azerbaijan are both accusing each other of moving a lot of troops toward the border. This area could go back up in flames again. And the weird thing is, people are taking sides. We have Israel, we have Turkey, we have Iran, we have Russia, and we definitely have the United States. The weird thing is, Armenia is usually a close ally with Russia, but Russia is not assisting them as much as they would like, which makes it weird because we're going to hold a joint army exercise with the Armenians. And this will be occurring, I think it's already started or will start in the next day or two. It's not a huge exercise. Actually, it's going to happen from September 11th through the 20th, called Eagle Partner 2023. We're only going to have 85 U.S. soldiers there, and they're members of the Kansas National Guard. So this will be an interesting time over there. The world does not need another flare-up of conflict. So there you go. There's some boots on the ground. I hope you're prepping. Thanks for watching.